The Scholastic Ball Report is sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and by Central Bank, Crown Trophy, Double Dogs, Mingy Beef Jerky, Pannell Swim Shop, P-Rats, PrepSpin.com, Rafferty's, Raising Cane's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.
Hello, welcome into the Scholastic Ball Report. Gary Ball with Tom Viney from Pannell Swim Shop. You're back, and it's great to have you back.
Great to be here, Gary. Appreciate you having me.
We've got a big show today lined up for 30 minutes of high school sports. We try to jam it all in those 30 minutes. First up, Lamont Campbell's in the house. He was here as a player. Now he's a coach at Bourbon County. They're having a terrific season over there at Bourbon.
They're putting a lot of wins, and I'm sure that they want to add a couple more to that tally.
They sure do. They won 21 games. It's been since 2002 when they won 24. I think Preston LeMaster played on that Bourbon County team.
Good team, and this one is just ready to hit all cylinders going into the tournament.
Looking forward to talking to Lamont about that. And the features on the Frankfort High Panthers over there at Frankfort High School. All they've done is win 25 games this year. They're looking to go to the 11th region tournament. They have a fantastic team over there.
Two solid teams coming in the same day. You're doing a great job with the show, Gary.
And you remember they were on this show
about
a month or so ago with us in the studio. Also, our scholar athletes are from a state championship team. We love to have those state champs on the show. West Jessamine Bowling, they won the state championship, and these three young men have great GPAs. That's why they're on the show.
That's exactly right. That's great to see those state championships come back to the Central Kentucky area.
That's right. We got another Sutherland Chevrolet drive of the week as we head down to Nicholasville Road to Sutherland Chevrolet. And also our swimmer. Boy, you've got a great swimmer in with us.
I tell you what, she's an all-star in the classroom, in the pool, and in the community. This is one I'm looking forward to spend some time with.
State champion.
Absolutely. And I think she's going to add a couple more this weekend.
And Katie Helly's in from UK Sports Medicine. She's going to keep us in the game. All that coming up. But we know what you want. Best highlights in the state of Kentucky. These highlights brought to you by Game Time with Lee Kay and Brian Milam, and sometimes Alex Walker, brought to you by Central Bank.
And we begin in the 42nd, the big game, Scott County and Henry Clay.
Yeah, and what a big game it was. Those two have combined to win the last 10 district titles. Scott County's won 7 of those, including the last 2. Mr. Basketball nominee Michael Moreno returned for the Cards this week after an injury that sidelined him since Christmas. First quarter, the Blue Devils come out flying. That's Keyston Brown to Marquise Warwick. The throwdown. Henry Clay up 7 after 1. Scott County crawling their way back before halftime. Bryce Long, 3 of his 8 points. Cardinals down by 4 at the break. Fourth quarter now. It's Glenn Covington. Little step back fadeaway Jay, and he splashes it. The Cardinals would get within 4, but the Blue Devils answered every rally with authority. Marquise Mackey and he and Keyston each scored 16 points tonight. Third time a charm for Henry Clay as the Blue Devils win the district 78-71.
I thought we played to win. You know, we didn't sit back on our heels. We had a game plan, and they had made some shots, you know. So, got a good team over there. I mean, they're number 1. So, we know they'll be ready next week. So, we're excited, but it's one game.
Welcome back into the Scholastic Ball Report. Our team of the week is from Paris, Kentucky, Bourbon County, but we want to tell you about Roberts Insurance. They're in Richmond, Kentucky on Main Street. They insure 3/4 of this great state of Kentucky. Speaking of this great state, from Paris, Kentucky. That's a good town over there, Coach.
Great town, great
I've known you a long time.
A long time, many years.
I remember when you were a player, Coach.
You
could play some basketball.
A little bit.
Yeah, and I tell you played for Kirk Childs over there at Henry Clay. That was a great team. And now we got you back on. You're the head coach at Bourbon County, and you've won 21 games this year.
21 games, first time since 2002. It's been an exciting season. Our guys, just watching their growth from the time we started this thing in preseason to now on our way to the region tournament. So it's been exciting. It's been really exciting.
Coach, the 3 guys you brought with you are a really big part of the scoring, so tell us a little bit about them.
Yes, my 3 guys here, Jace Wallace is a senior for us, our leading scorer, Kamar Myers, our second leading scorer, a versatile guy, does a lot of things on the defensive end that's never accounted for, and then our point guard. You know, any good team knows that the point guard is the engine to the machine. He does a good job for us.
Well, you certainly know that.
Listen, me and him have a great one-on-one relationship outside of the team.
Yeah, that's right.
Just because we have to spend that time and him being a leader.
Jace, you with a 15-point average, you lead the team in scoring, as Coach just said. You also led them to a 21-win season. How did you do all this with your busy schedule?
Well, obviously, being a senior leader, I've had to take on more responsibility and do more things on and off the court. But Coach Lamont wants me to put the ball in the hole, so that's really what I have to do in order for our team to have the best chance at winning.
Basketball's a simple game. You put it in the basket, right? Put it in the hole.
Kamar, you score in double figures with 13 a game. Would you say that offense is probably the biggest part of your game?
No, I would say defense would be, because I have to be able to guard the #1 scorer or the second best scorer, and my defense just turns into offense.
Scrap, how you doing over there? You're all the way over there on the end of the bench. How you doing, Scrap? Talk to me about your best attribute on the court and your best attribute off the court when you're not playing basketball.
On the court, I feel like I'm the coach out there. I put my guys in the positions they need to be in for us to score, execute the plays. Off the court, I'm a leader. I get my guys to class, no more tardies, make sure everybody's doing good.
If there's tardies, there's probably something going to happen in practice, right? Would it involve wind sprints, killers?
What are they called?
Champion runs.
It's champion run. Makes champions out of it.
Walk the point.
So, Coach, Bourbon had to play Montgomery County to get to region, so can you talk to us about that game?
That game yesterday was a unique game. We had played Montgomery twice this season, and they swept us in those games. The second game due to some unfortunate things. So we kind of had a chip on our shoulder. We wanted a revenge factor. Game was well played, 36-36 third quarter. We come out the fourth quarter and ended up winning the game on a 24-7 run. So again, the atmosphere was great. Our guys were pumped, and it was a good feeling to get that first game. The first game's always the hardest game. So to get over that hump, I mean, what a great night it was.
It's great to see you, Coach.
I appreciate
your basketball team. You guys are outstanding young men out there, Bourbon County. And by the way, you get some Mingy beef jerky. That's made over there in Paris, Kentucky.
That's right in our home.
It's made in Paris, Kentucky. Mingy beef jerky. Maybe they'll get a bite of it on the way home.
I doubt it.
That is the Bourbon County Colonel basketball team. They're having one of the finest seasons over there in history. They won 21 games. Now we're going to this feature. It's on another team from Frankfort High School. They're also having a terrific season with 25-5 record.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, together.
The Frankfort Panthers are making history.
We love the game. We want to win. We don't like losing.
In 110 years of basketball, Frankfort has won 25 games 3 times, 1946, 1970, and 2019.
It means a lot, especially for this community, this school. It means a lot.
In year 1 under Chris O'Brien, the Panthers have bought into a winning culture. They have the chance to win 26 games in a season for the first time in school history.
It's really special for the kids. Obviously, you know, they've been in here, they've put in a lot of work, especially over the seniors over these last 4 years. But to have this opportunity, it's really special.
It's a great memory, actually. I mean, I'm just glad it's my class, my senior year, that we're actually doing good things this year.
Wanye Frank is one of 5 Frankfort seniors, the catalyst of one of the highest scoring offenses in Kentucky. Pair him with John Tillman, a double-double machine, and he produced a season for the record books.
He's just a beast underneath the basket, but when Wanye is clicking on all cylinders, you know, it just adds a whole nother dimension.
If everything clicks and Frankfort beats Franklin County, the Panthers will play in regionals, a chance for Wanye to finally chase a title.
That would mean a lot, actually. I mean, playing with these great teammates, man. I've been playing with them for a long time, so I mean, it'll be unbelievable.
Alex Walker, WKYT.
Welcome back in, Gary Ball with Katie Spurlock. Great to have you back. You had a long surgery process. You got your voice back now.
I do, finally, I know.
Well, glad it's back. Glad to have you back on the show. And our, of course, athletes of the week are from West Jessamine. These guys are the bowling state champions over there at West Jessamine. Congratulations for that. And I'm going to start with you, Chad, if you don't mind, okay? You have a 3.3 grade point average. That's outstanding in the classroom. And you're on the state champion bowling team. Has all that sunk in yet there at West Jes?
Personally, it hasn't set in anything for me because it went by so quick. Like going to the state tournament, going through region, the past couple of years it's been kind of like a slow process, building it up, getting everyone ready. This year we just kind of went and did business.
And Devin, I know you have a 3.2 grade average and all the extracurriculars. You're doing bowling, being on a state championship winning team. How are you keeping up with all that?
Well, really, I'm a student first, so I just can make sure that all my work's getting done and everything. And
that makes sense.
Then I'm an athlete.
Yeah. And Matt, you have above a 3.0, so congratulations for keeping that grade point average up there. What do you enjoy most about bowling at West Jessamine?
Being a part of the team, and when you go to the tournaments, meeting new people, making new friends.
And Coach, your students, like the three of these kids, they're really what you want in a team. Has that helped you, you know, help win?
It makes a big difference when you have athletes like them that know what to do and they help the other athletes come along, and it just grows into like a large family of athletes. I mean, it's just it's fun.
And Assistant Coach Jody, was there a turning point this year that you saw that this bowling team was potentially a state champion?
Yeah, I think they got real serious once we got out of the Christmas break. You could tell a big difference in them when we went to tournaments. They really came together.
And Chad, what do you hope to do with bowling and school and so forth when you advance that to college?
Well, with bowling, my family, it's been like a family tradition thing, and going to college and stuff, I want to be an engineer. So bowling's going to be like my side hobby, and I'm going to pursue engineering.
Right, and Devin and Matt, same question goes to you. What are your plans for college and bowling?
Well, I was planning on going to college and either going for biology or environmental science, and hopefully bowling on one of the college teams.
I was going to go for criminal justice and possibly bowl for college.
So maybe Eastern. They got a good criminal justice program there.
I was thinking about Midway.
I got you.
That's true.
And well, congratulations, guys. If you'll pass that down to your teammates, all three of you receive a beautiful plaque from Ryan Tyson. He'll personalize that for you. And congratulations. Always nice on the show to have state champions. And this time from the bowling team at West Jessamine. Thank you guys for coming in.
Thank you for
That's the state champions from West Jessamine. And we'll be back on the Scholastic Ball Report. First, though, we're going to the Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week.
Our Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week takes us to the hottest ticket in town last night. Henry Clay hosting Scott County in the finals of the 42nd District. Keyston Brown with the pass ahead to Marcus Warwick, who throws it down slightly, but a dunk is a dunk. The Blue Devils would knock off Scott County in the finals of the district 78-71. Marcus Warwick, that is the Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week.
Welcome back into the Pannell Swim Shop segment. Tom Viney, and boy, the things we talk about off the air. we got off on a topic, but I tell you what, we want to get on topic here because this young lady's an outstanding swimmer.
I tell you what, Rachel Klinker being here with us, she is just an all-star in the pool, in the classroom, and in the community. That's what we look for here on the show.
Defending state champion, so you're going to try to repeat this year.
Of course.
Absolutely. So she's got a big weekend coming up. The KHSAA state championships are here. Up in Louisville, actually, but we're going to be sending a lot of kids from Central Kentucky there, including Rachel. So tell us, what do you got planned for this weekend?
Well, I'm swimming the 200 and 500 freestyle. I'm the current state champion in those two events, so I'm hoping to repeat a state title in both of those. And then Tates Creek's also sending 2 relays, which I'm a part of, on the 200 medley and the 400 freestyle relay, so I'm hoping for some good results on those.
You carry a 3.8 grade point average.
Yes.
You got a 30 on the ACT. I'm just going to go on here. You're going to Cal Berkeley.
Yes.
You're a defending state champion in swimming. So, my goodness, I mean, when do you have time to sleep over there?
In between class changes.
Yeah,
you know,
okay, gotcha.
Quick 5 minutes here and there.
Well, that's great. So now, after school's over, you are heading out to Cal Berkeley, going to join a spectacular team there. What are some of your immediate goals going into college?
Well, I immediately just want to get into the flow of college. It's so different from high school. Training is going to be increasing. The type of training also is going to be very different, and the caliber of athletes that I'll be training with are on the elite level. So
right.
Just getting used to it.
Best of the best. Well, I tell you, just great job there.
She's a great student athlete, and look forward to seeing you this weekend up in Louisville.
Thanks for joining us on the show. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
That's our Pannell Swim Shop Swimmer of the Week, and we'll be back. And of course, we'll have UK Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery on. Welcome back in, of course, with my intern Pierce Hall, Gary Ball, and we're going to talk to Katie Helly. First time on the show, I
Yes,
believe.
it is. Thank you for having me.
It's great to have you.
Yeah.
Great to have you for the first time on the show. And I'm going to ask you, what are the most common shoulder injuries we have in athletics right now?
So right now, we're going into spring sports. So we have baseball and softball and tennis. So it's all out of our overhead athletes. So tendinitis, so in your biceps in the front of your shoulder, and a little bit of the rotator cuff tendinitis on the top.
Right.
But then in the fall time, it's more of our acute injuries. So we got our collarbone fractures and just shoulder dislocations, shoulder separations, things like that in the fall that are really more of a, I got hit here, this really hurts. So.
Right.
So you said shoulder dislocations and shoulder separations.
Yes.
I'm a football player, so I hear those. Those are scary. So what is the difference between those two injuries?
Yeah, so so the two of them are actually at 2 different joints in the shoulder. Your shoulder separation is right at the top of your shoulder at your AC joint, and it's the separation of those ligaments. Usually that happens when you football players hit right with that shoulder or land on it. Now, shoulder dislocations, common in football and in sports like wrestling, where you get in those crazy positions with your arm up, and that's actually with the ball and socket joint. So of the two, that's the more traumatic, and that's the one that needs immediate referral and an immediate doctor's visit.
Yep. And what are some ways to prevent these injuries if you're playing sports like that?
So a lot of stuff for our baseball players and our softball players is a lot of rotator cuff strengthening. So anything with the bands going outwards, anything with the rows and going back, stuff like that. And for the general public, really just working on their posture. Anything to open up this front area of the shoulder and really stretch out these muscles in the front really just helps everybody out.
Good stuff, Katie. We appreciate you joining us and telling us all about those injuries. That's Katie Helly. She's with UK Sports Medicine, Orthopedic Surgery. There's a website and the phone number. Give them a call. They got the walk-in clinic. Now we're going to these final highlights. These final highlights brought to you by Whitaker Bank. They're uniquely Kentucky.
All right, now to the girls. Scott County was ranked #1 in Kentucky, as you know, for most of the season.
It's kind of a theme over there. At 29-1, the Cards playing for the three-peat in the 42nd tonight against Henry Clay. 4 Lady Cardinals finishing in double figures, including Morgan DeFore. This young lady can just flat put the ball in the hole and a great passer. Scott County up 11 at the half. DeFore had 17. Third quarter, Amaya Jenkins will create some space down low. Finishes through the contact. Pours in 15 for the Blue Devils, but Scott County, one of the favorites to win the whole thing for a good reason. Malia Williams, hoop, foul, team high 20, and the Lady Cards win an 88-57 to win the 42nd 3 times in a row. Defending 43rd District champion Dunbar trying to deny Lexington Catholic's first district title since 2008. Second half action off the inbounds. That's Elise Ellison-Coons with the 2. She goes over 1,000 points for her career. Right before the buzzer, Ariel West launches the runner, but Farrah Weldon will put the biscuit in the basket. 32-26 Dunbar, fourth quarter. Tanaya Cecil drives, misses, but there's Ellison-Coons again with the putback. Dunbar gets the dub. 48-40 your final.
And welcome back into the Scholastic Ball Report as we wrap it up. How about the Catholic Lady Knights winning, but the boys went down?
Yeah, the girls had a great game against Lafayette, but with the guys, it seemed to be the story of the season. Couldn't get much generated on the offensive side, but
Douglas, tough battle with Scott County.
Yes, tonight's going to be a very interesting game. I know Moreno's back, so hopefully Douglas can stick it out, but it'll be a good game.
Lafayette still in the thick of things. The girls lost, but the boys still playing.
The boys always seem to pull through right at the end at Lafayette, for sure.
As always, on the Scholastic Ball Report, for those you see and those you don't see.
Keep your eye on the Scholastic Ball Report.
The Scholastic Ball Report was sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and by Central Bank, Crown Trophy, Double Dogs, Mingy Beef Jerky, Pannell Swim Shop, P-Rats, PrepSpin.com, Rafferty's, Raising Cane's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.